So if you can link that optimism to moral courage, and as we heard tonight from every speaker and every video, the common thread of the legacy of Robert Kennedy is his moral courage, day in and day out. We also heard about what happened in 1968 when he stood on the back of a flatbed truck and spoke about nonviolence against the counsel of the advisors he had because of the danger of the situation. And he spoke about three things, really. When you just break down that speech, it's three things. It's empathy, it's compassion, and it's love. Empathy, compassion, and love. And I go back to the feeling, the thought, the term, humanity. Where have we gone? What has happened to us? When Carrie visited us in Seattle just a few weeks ago, at the end of a really positive day, we started talking about where we are as a country, where we are as a people, and I asked her, what would your father do right now? And she didn't even blink, not even a second. He'd be standing up. He'd be standing up for what he believed in, and he'd be standing up for the people who did not have the voice. We're all going to go home from this night, back to the lives we lead. And if you look at the history books, there are many, many examples in other countries, in other years, in other centuries, where there was a feeling of indifference, where we ignored the signs and the signals. And I would submit to you today, as citizens, forget the government, forget the elected officials, forget the president-elect just for a moment, and realize that we have a responsibility, that we have to start taking this very, very personally, and realize the responsibility that we have to the people who came before us, as well as the responsibility we have to our children and their grandchildren about the promise of America and the American dream. We cannot allow the continuation of the fracturing of trust and confidence, of the lack of truth, the lack of authentic leadership, to take us in a direction that most of us in this country know is fool's gold. This is a serious time, a very serious time for all of us in the country and all of us who represent other people around the world who are asking a very serious question. And the question is it really possible? Is this the direction that the country is really going in?